What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Maybe consider subscribing before you leave today. If you're returning, hello. It's nice to see you all again. You guys look great. Yes, you person who is considering adopting a pet, but you're concerned that it's not the right time, or you're worried that you're going to be a crappy pet owner. Don't worry, you're going to do great. Just don't overthink it and make sure to adopt within your means. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You look great. All right, I hope everybody is ready for an r/anti-MLM extravaganza. It is beautiful outside. It looks legitimately like spring. It's like 54 degrees. I don't know what's going on, and I just want to take the dogs out for a really long walk, and I can't wait. But if you would like to, before I do that, watch some r/anti-MLM trash with me, then let's go ahead and do that first, because that sounds great. So I randomly decided to check the r/MLM recovery subreddit since it had been a little while since I looked at that, and we are doing r/anti-MLM anyway in this video, so it feels like it kind of fits. But there was a new post, so I figured we should share it here because they are asking for advice, so here we go. Hi everyone, I'm pretty new to this group. I need some advice and support. I just left network marketing after 2 years in November, and I'm struggling with the transition. Long post, sorry. I started with a life insurance MLM 2 years ago. My father-in-law got involved and started to make some serious money. Naturally, my husband and I got involved. We were just dating at the time. I was 21 years old and working at the university in my field of study. At my job, I was making less than $10,000 a year, so after about 6 months with the company, I decided to leave my job because my father-in-law needed an assistant/office coordinator to manage the office and offered to pay me. Because of how low my salary was at the university, I decided to work at my father-in-law's office instead. Working at the office, I did a lot of typical administration duties. After a while, I started to work more on the client-facing side with my husband. I got my insurance license and started meeting with clients. I studied the industry extensively and learned about the products and became one of the more knowledgeable people on insurance on the team. Most agents came to me when they needed things explained or help with quotes and illustration. I truly treated my business like a business. I copied and studied State Farm/New York Life agents and real estate agents and modeled myself after them. I wanted to be a professional. My father-in-law tells us they want to move across the country to start an office. The company we partnered with hadn't yet opened an office on the East Coast. We say okay and move across the country to a state where we knew no one. Everyone in my husband's family was involved. We move and soon my husband and I are the only ones really working. The business isn't growing for any of us. At this point, we are both full-time and living with his parents. The deal was, we help build the biz, they pay the bills. Our savings start dwindling anyway. Everyone is fighting all the time. Next come the discrepancies. Turns out in our new state, there were 3 other teams run by big leaders from California. Soon we were working with these other teams and started to get a taste of what the company culture was really like. They started to emotionally hurt us, yelling, controlling, overworking us, guilting us. You all know what it's like. We try to quit multiple times and get jobs, but the father-in-law gets mad, like we are abandoning them, and convinces us to stay. We're trying to persist. We're barely making money, even though my husband and I are the only ones on the team getting recruits and working. My husband and I are fighting all the time. We are fighting with the father-in-law all the time. Finally, last November, we have had enough and quit. It was a big ordeal, because we were made to feel like we betrayed the family. They paid our bills, and we didn't build the business. They invested in us, and then we quit. I hated being financially dependent. Eventually, my father-in-law quit the biz anyway. So now, I'm struggling to find a job. I don't want to be in the insurance industry anymore. I have valuable skills. I'm college educated and have been published in academic journals and government publications. I wasn't just posting pictures of smoothies on Facebook, and that was me working. I was prospecting, cold calling, running client appointments. I did administration and was no different from any other insurance professional, but I can't get a job. It's so discouraging. I was in the final steps of the hiring process and got rejected after the background check. I think they saw that I was in an MLM. I have no employment verification after 2 years, even though I worked my butt off. What's worse is it seems like no one is acknowledging anything. Everyone in the family has just brushed these past 2 years under the rug and pretended like nothing happened. It feels like my life has fallen apart. I just want to know if it gets better. Oh my God. Well, if anybody has any good advice, feel free to leave a comment here. Also, feel free to go to the Reddit forum, the r/MLM recovery subreddit, and look for this post. Feel free to leave some words of encouragement if you have any. I'm just kind of I guess, for the lack of a better term, I'm stunned. I don't have any better words for it. The fact that your husband's family just wanted to sweep this under the rug, your father-in-law, and like pretend like nothing happened, when in fact 2 years of your life was essentially wasted, and theirs too. And then all that money, that's really something else. And it's odd that you're having a hard time finding a job, because I feel like with the skills that you got through this job, whether or not it was legitimate or not, the fact is you developed some skills, and a lot of people don't have admin skills. A lot of people don't know how to set up client appointments or do prospecting or cold calling, a lot of that stuff. I mean, that is valuable stuff to know how to do. So it is surprising that you were having a hard time finding a job, and I really hope that changes for you soon. Okay, so r/LuLaRoe is not the r/antiMLM subreddit, I understand. However, LuLaRoe is an MLM, so this feels like it works. I just really wanted to share this horrible outfit. It's one of their terrible, ill-fitting, stretchy dresses that comes in like, they give it a size, they claim it's a size, but you get it and you know it's like, it doesn't matter. You get whatever they send you. And then the top, which also is not an extra small in any way, it's just there. But I love how they put that over the top of the dress, and then the shirt, I don't know if you can tell, but that is a Toy Story pattern covering it. It is Woody and Buzz Lightyear all over the top, and I just don't understand. I can't believe they're actually trying to be like, yes, rock your love for Toy Story. You're a grown woman and enjoy it. It's like, okay, fine, you like Toy Story, that's great, but I feel like this might be the worst way to show that you appreciate it. Just looking like you got dressed in the dark. Oh, it's nice to see some good news about this stuff, right? The coronavirus patient from Santa Clarita continues to clear misconceptions about the virus. That's great, right? Let's see. How could this go bad? Who could screw this up? This, like, what could possibly... Oh, okay. Oh,
Bless this precious soul. Fortunately, that virus truly is easily cured for the most part with oil of oregano, high dose of vitamin C to the bowel tolerance, and colloidal silver are amazing treatment options.
Sounds good. Take good care. I shouldn't be surprised, but it doesn't stop me from feeling disappointed. Like, obviously, we've seen MLMs jump on the bandwagon for all sorts of things, right? Like we saw, a Primerica guy who was using the passing of Kobe Bryant to try to make some money. I mean, people aren't really above anything, so it seems, but it just, right when you think that there's a low and they can't go any lower, boy, did they just like dive under that. They just limbo under that sucker like ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, Herbalife. She has my number to contact me about church stuff, and now she's trying to cure my diabetes.
Good morning, beautiful. I want to invite you to a yogurt
parfait breakfast. Sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh.
On Saturday morning at 9:30, my sister and I will be doing a brief overview of a supplement nutraceutical that is impacting health, including diabetes. One of my friends just informed me that her blood sugar level has never been better since taking this product. It's inexpensive, smiley face tasty, and so worth it. I really believe it could be a miracle for you. I promise it's worth a listen. And the parfaits will be yummy.
Well, at least there's that. Oh, good.
You can bring anyone along. Let me know. Love, heart, you girl, Sue.
I know that the person's name is Sue, but there is something funny about just ending the word with the word Sue. Oh, maybe I'm reading into it too much. Whatever. Thanks for the invite, Sue. My blood sugars are fine. I control them with insulin because I have type 1 diabetes, not type 2. Oh, no. Oh, Sue. Oh. At least do your research and know about the different types of diabetes that exist if you're going to try and, like, expound your incredible intellect on others and all this newfound incredible information that you would think the medical industry would really want to know about, considering they care about things like treating diabetes and such. I don't know. Maybe it's because I am studying to work in the health information management field, so I'm like, okay, all right. I could talk about this for way too long, but I'll just say one last time, stop pretending like you have medical knowledge when you don't. You haven't even done a full Google search, so go ahead and sit in the corner and look up the Google about the diabetes and think about what you've done, okay?
Ready for a new career? In just 10 short months, you could become a terrifying bog witch. Be your own boss, work outdoors, devour the living. Succeed in a career that lets you wield unholy powers along the water's edge. Enroll today at Everwitch College.
I know this is so dumb, but I mean, when this looks better than joining an MLM, am I right? Like, this looks a lot better than joining an MLM because you actually are your own boss. You get to work outdoors. Okay, maybe the devouring the living thing's a little extreme. Like, I'm not totally here for that. But I mean, like, you get to live near the water. You get to have some unholy powers to wield. You actually get your education that you pay for, right? So, I don't know. You tell me. Do you want to be a hun or a bog witch? Vote down below.
This image was created by physicists at doTERRA to instantly determine whether or not you need essential oils. If it appears to be moving, please contact me immediately so I can get you enrolled. This could save your life.
Wow, that image is disorienting. Well, my first thought is exactly what the comment says at the very top, which is didn't realize doTERRA hired physicists. That was my very first thought as well. That's quite in-depth for an essential oil company to hire physicists for essential oils. Like, I think it's safe to say there's a 50-50 chance that this hun is joking on purpose, kind of like that infamous blue watermelon from, what was that, like half a year ago, when I thought that it was something that it wasn't. It turned out it was just some dumb, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so there's a 50-50 chance that this person who posted this knows that it's total BS, but there's also a pretty solid 50% chance that they really believe it because their upline told them so. I mean, I don't know. But either way, do yourself a favor and stare at the image on screen because it is pretty cool. It does look like it's moving, which is kind of a fun optical illusion. So that's cool. But no doTERRA physicists came up with this. God, that's so funny to say in the same sentence. doTERRA physicists.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Overwhelmed by all the birthday love. Between your sweet messages and the sunshine, I had an amazing day. Now, my fabulous sponsor, Blankety Blank Blank, shared the news, but I'd like to personally, officially, let you know that this big old skeptic right here jumped on board the Rodan Fields train, and I couldn't be more excited to have another fantastic avenue to earn money for our family. I'd love to get you added as a preferred customer of mine in honor of my birthday. The first 5 to sign up and place an order of $80, that's so much money, or more, will get a free eye cream, a $62 value. The Redefine eye cream was the first RNF product I tried, and 2 years later, I can't get enough. Birthday special! Free eye cream for my first 5 preferred customers now through the weekend. Message me for details.
Wow. That didn't fill me with any kind of happy birthday jollies whatsoever. It just felt like you're using your own birthday as a reason to guilt people into spending money on these products because instead of getting you maybe a birthday gift or a card or something, you're saying just spend $80 and you'll get a free eye cream. That's what I want for my birthday. That's cool, man. I don't know. I guess you get one day a year where you get to use that tactic, I suppose, but used to date this girl and I always would give her credit for being so intelligent and just great at making the right decisions because I was always the sporadic one who didn't think things through. Left status posted last night, right status posted this morning. Oh, you know this is gonna be good.
Shh. I have some big news to announce soon. Disclaimer, I am not pregnant or getting another cat, etc. Haha. Just stay tuned to my page and I'll spill the beans shortly.
Next day. What could it be, I wonder?
So I have some big news. I've decided to start my own business from social media.
God, that made me cringe.
A lot will be changing soon, and I am so excited. I am not only doing this for myself, but for my family because I want to build a better future. Right now, I'm looking for product models, so if you're interested in reviewing some things out for a huge discount, I currently have 6 openings today.
Well, if there was any part of you that was feeling kind of regretful about the breakup between the two of you, or sad about it, or kind of missing her, or thinking like, oh, darn it, or whatever, let this make you feel a lot better then, eh? The fact that she is your ex and not your current partner is probably one of the greatest gifts you ever gave to yourself. However that ended up coming about. It definitely worked out better for you in the end. Not so much her, but you're gonna be okay. Oh God. The differences between a biz beginner and a CEO. Oh God, do tell, please. Inquiring minds want to know. Beginner. The business and self are very intertwined. Typically, a one-woman show wears many hats or all the hats, often wings it and has to operate in a reactionary state, purely focused on filling 1 or 2 offers. So I guess that's supposed to be bad, right? We don't want to be a beginner because nobody wants to stay a beginner. We all want to become CEO because there's no gray area apparently in people's careers. There is only entry-level beginner or CEO. No other options. Okay, sorry. So to be a CEO, you must... a CEO detaches and can be objective, realizes that they are not the business and vice versa, focuses on money-making activities. Oh, that's so vague. Their unique strengths, delegates and outsources the rest. Oh, okay. Strategic, visionary, not reactive. Plans out sales and new products at least 2 to 3 months in advance, preferably more. From what I understand from people who were involved in MLMs, the amount of work you have to do is so overwhelming that often it causes burnout, which can lead to a lot of people eventually leaving the MLMs. Maybe because they're not making enough money, they're not making any money, they're going into debt, they're feeling totally overworked and exhausted. I mean, there's a lot of things that can come from that. And then it's like all these MLMs have kind of this psychology that they push forward that basically tells you that if you fail at the business, if you're overworked, if you're tired, if you're not making money, it's because you're doing something wrong. It's your fault. You're not acting like a CEO. You're acting like a beginner, and you don't want to be that, do you? No. I just feel like the word CEO and what it means as far as like a professional career has completely lost its meaning. Kind of like how they've used the words business owner so incorrectly that it's like when you hear somebody say now that they're a business owner, you kind of like get this part in your mind where you're like, oh yeah? And you kind of wait for them to fill in, and then they're like, yeah, I run a small business. I make shirts, I make quilts, I make ceramics. I'm an artist, I'm fill in the blank. I run a coffee shop. There's all sorts of things that are small businesses, but it's just so weird how these MLMs can take these phrases and words and things that we know so well and just try to basically rewrite the definition, and they're pretty successful at it, unfortunately. Oh boy, it's been a little while since we've had a taste of that good old classic working mom guilt that the Huns like to, put upon others. I'm going to do my best to read this in the Hunbot voice, but as seems to be part of the course lately, when I get too irritated about halfway through, it kind of like just fades away. I think some of you have noticed.
I almost didn't post this picture. I was afraid of being judged. Oh, there she goes again. She talks about Monet even when her kids are sick. She never stops. Insert eye roll. I've really gone back and forth about it. Oh yeah, have you? But the truth is, while this was my view all weekend long, there was a very real, very significant thought that came to my mind over and over and over again. 3 overs, really? Jeez. And that was thanking God that I didn't have to leave my sick babies with someone else I could go...
I'm gonna try to finish that sentence for those of you that maybe are like driving or cleaning or doing something where you're not looking at the screen immediately. Here we go. I'm gonna try to read the sentence again. And that was thanking God that I didn't have to leave my sick babies with someone else so I could go to work yesterday and today. I didn't spend the weekend planning how someone else could step in and play mommy from 8 to 5 today. Oh man. If you weren't picking up on those condescending tones, like, dude, are we even in the same room right now? Did we even read the same thing? Like, that was so condescending. And I have a friend who has a baby, and my friend is, she is kicking butt at her job. She is a fantastic mom. She is a great friend. She's a great wife. She's balancing absolutely everything, and she is a rock star at it. And by the way, her kid is fantastic. So for you to even imply that she's somehow a bad mom or missed out on important opportunities because she went to work to provide for her child's future. Like, I can't even. It's so infuriating. I can't even finish reading this one. We're just going to move on. I am literally upset. A message I received.
Just for your own knowledge, Arbonne is a multi-level marketing, but we are not a pyramid scheme. It is not against any laws, and there are many books on the subject that talk about the fact that eventually MLM will be the only kind of work because artificial intelligence is going to take over everything else.
Actually, what did I just read? It's a bunch of nonsense. No. Okay, this type of thing, is this a thing? Has anybody experienced this or seen this? Has this happened to you where you work or anywhere, or like been on a plane? I've heard horror stories. Okay, this says, when 4 of the coworkers have the flu, you bring your diffuser to work. You can do that. You can bring an oil diffuser to work and kick out all that smell into your office. What if you have people in there who are sensitive to fragrances? Maybe it's because I work in the restaurant industry, and like in restaurants, this would never be okay. This would never even be on the table. Like, your manager would laugh at you and then be like, okay, yeah, you can come back to work once you go put that away in your locker, you big dum-dum. You know, I just, really, like, at your place of business, you're just pumping out your diffuser? I swear, I've never heard of this as being an actual thing in the workplace. I guess I'm not so surprised because we did read that story, I think it was a few months back, about, like I said, this happening on an airplane. Somebody actually had their diffuser going on the airplane, or were using their oils. Anyways, in a confined space. This has to be breaking something, right? Somebody help me out. Someone tell me down below. Is this actually allowed? This can't be. Help me. I'm going to try to make this quick because I hate it. This is a Pampered Chef promotional thing for some charity that they're raising money for, and that's all great, I guess, except that the picture that they're using, you can see in the bottom left, I blurred out a face because I didn't feel right showing this person's face. Anyway, this person has passed on, and whoever posted this or is throwing this fundraiser named the fundraiser after this person who has passed and was using it like to say this person's 3rd annual Pampered Chef birthday celebration. That makes me upset in so many ways. I don't have time for it. It'll just get me too angry. But I just found this pretty puke-worthy. It's everyone's favorite time of the day. It's Wholesome Moment of the Day. Let's see who you guys sent over. The animal featured in today's video was sent over by Alyssa. Thank you so much, Alyssa. And I'm going to go ahead and read the email sent along with the photos. Hi, I've been subscribed for a while and thought I'd share my kitty with you. We believe Moo, that's M-O-O as in the cow goes moo, is part ragdoll since he goes completely limp when happy. But we're not sure. I found Moo as a baby 5 years ago under the house. He was sick and starving, but even so, he was sweet and loving from the get-go. Originally, I thought he was a little girl, but it became apparent after a while that he was just a very unique little boy. His neuter wound ended up looking like a spay, but to this day, he's a sweet and loving little boy who enjoys playing with beanbags and cuddling. Oh, thank you so much for sharing your story, Alyssa. I wonder how often this happens where they have these complications during surgery where the wound ends up healing not how it's supposed to. Anybody out there who's a vet tech or a veterinarian or anything and you know any of this or you've seen it before, I'd be interested to know. Anyways, thank you so much, Alyssa. Moo is adorable and I'm so glad to see that you two found each other. And if you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend to adopt and not shop. Check out your local shelters, your local humane society, donate if you can, volunteer if you can, foster if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you want to see a photo of your pets here, then go and send it to my email in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. All right, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, please leave that down below as well. I love to hear what you have to say, and I love interacting with you all. If you've not already, hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter. Come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. All right, folks, I hope you got a kick out of that video. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining in the window right into my face and just beckoning me outside, so that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to put studying on the back burner for a minute to go get some fresh air and a little bit of early springtime sunshine. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, until the next video, take care.